Pwani Secondary School and Ribe boys right before they go into stage. Let's hear what they have to say for their fellow opponents. What do you have to say? What do you have to say to them?
We are ready for you.
You're ready for them?
Yeah, we are ready for them.
What do you have to say for your opponents? Ribe boys.
Yeah, they've said that they are ready, but I think we are more ready than you are.
You're more ready?
Yeah, let's see what. Hope we'll have a good time.
Just be confident and all the best. Get great debaters. That's it. It's all about confidence. Stay tuned and see them on stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, always smoking hot. This is the Great Debaters Contest, Mombasa region, and I am Austin Nyumbo.
And I am Mariam Bishar. Now, we live in a world where social media is constantly changing the way we interact with each other. And today we want to ask whether access to social media should be restricted to only people of legally responsible age. We'll have Pwani Secondary School and Ribe boys debating this motion now. Proposer number 1, you have 3 minutes.
Let me start by saying that the glee and euphoria that has rented this room is amazing. The first thing is that I just received a friend request from Facebook and I deleted it because without even looking at the profile picture, I deleted the friend request because, friendship has to be natural. Friendship does not have to be that natural. We do not have to have the same bands for us to be soulmates. Access to social media should be limited to persons of legally responsible age. My name is John Chiwai. Which is this legally responsible age, guys? The legally responsible age is the 18-year-old, according to the Kenyan Constitution. What is the social media? Social media, this is the computer-mediated technologies that allow sharing of information and ideas and other forms of expression via communication networks. Social media has become a hub for radicalization. According to statistics by the Ipsos-Soviet, statistics tell that most teens are using Facebook, and the percentage is 71% of teens are using Facebook, 52% are using Instagram, 41% are using Snapchat, and 33% are using Twitter. Social networking is the main activity for teens, and this is a fact well known by extremists. So these people who radicalize people, they know that teens use social media. So they log into social media and try to get teens for this cause. There's a post that was just posted in Facebook saying that, by a university student, saying that I hate Pakis, I hate Muslims, kill them all. This was a post posted by a university student. Guys, if a university student can be led into radicalization, what about our minors? What about the people who are not mentally mature? Social media has become the hub for many pedophiles. And if I talk about pedophiles, these are the sexual predators, sexual alligators who are there to lure teens into committing sexual acts via webcam. And recently, the Pope said that 2% of the Catholic clergies, 2% of Catholic clergies are pedophiles. And statistics say that more than 70% of teens are on social media. When I talk about pedophiles, these are sexual predators who hack into social accounts of these teens and blackmail them and blackmail these children into carrying sexual acts via webcam. And a pedophile, it's not a must for a pedophile to be in Kenya, but let me say that last year, a pedophile tricked more than 78 children from Uganda, and we are exposing our teens to harm. Let me finish by saying that we need an imminent change to our teens. Let's not let this generation go to the drain while we are watching. Thank you.
Opposition will hear your opening statements. You also have 3 minutes.
Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. We always want the best, but we fear the risk of being the best. I'm Dorcas Ndega from Pwani Secondary School. Social media are computer-mediated technologies that allow the sharing, creating of information, sharing ideas, careers, and career interests, and other forms of expression via virtual communities and networkings. Onto my actual argumentative is Social media breaks down physical barriers. As we all know, we have a large number of people who are disabled in this world of today. So, and most of these people do not have high self-esteem because they tend to think that they're not able to do what others can do. They're not able to participate in activities that other people or normal people can do. At least for the people who are above age, they are able to sort themselves. They know themselves. They can't judge themselves. But the people who are underage, most of them tend to isolate themselves from people due to stress about the activities that other people do. And this may lead to one committing suicide. So if we want to decrease the number of people committing suicide and avoiding these people who are disabled to discriminate themselves from others, we should be able to allow access of social media to the illegal age. Thank you.
We'll hear rebuttals now, beginning with the proposition. You have 3 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jonathan Mwadzi from the Ribe Boys High School, and I'm here to counter-argue the points stated by my fellow opponent, Dorcas. She was talking about suicide being brought about by social media. What I'd like to inform her is that there's something known as cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is where individuals or a group of people go against a single person or go discriminating a single person, and they kind of bully her using the social media. So if you say that the people of who are under 18, because that is the legally responsible age, if they're allowed to access social media, then they will be exposed to cyberbullying, and this will not be an advantage to them. So you should go check your facts, or you should do your homework before you come to the table. Moving on to the other facts, I would like to talk about disintegration of moral fibers. In the Friday newspaper, the Nairobian, there was an article of a woman named Jacinta Adhiambo. This woman is selling her nude photos. I like to excuse myself for using the language. She is selling her nude photos at 200 shillings. This is in the Friday Nairobian. The woman is claiming that her main clients are young boys who are between the age of 13 to 18. These are the minors. So if we expose our young people to this kind of acts, because this woman, her main clients are mainly found on Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. So she's selling her nude photos on these sites. If we expose our minors to such kinds of action, what will we be portraying to the world? Thank you. My name is Jonathan Mwadzi again.
Opposition will hear your rebuttal. You also have 3 minutes.
A wise man once said, only those who risk going far know how far one can go. So why should social media be restricted to anyone? More so, people of legal age. I'm Musa Salah from Pwani Secondary School. I hereby stand before you to strongly oppose the motion that says access to social media should be limited to people of legal responsible age. This is simply because social media enables the learner to voice out their thoughts in and outside classroom. Take, for instance, YouTube. YouTube allows the learner to watch video, ask questions, and even discuss the content. The other thing is, it makes learning more effective through that. It permits one to develop self-identity. I believe 90% of us in here have an account with either Facebook, Twitter, or a WhatsApp. Through that, we are able to develop a good self-identity. The other thing is, when one's communication skill is good, trust me, your self-identity will be good. The other thing, many teenagers go through this one phase, more so the shy ones, go through this one phase that they find it so hard to interact with others in public. Here is where social media comes in. Social media brings out the platform where the teenager is able to communicate with the other without meeting them in person. Maybe perhaps meeting them will be after they're familiarized with that person, and even the level of comfort is high. Thank you.
Thank you to the audience. They've asked the proposition to specify on which forms of social media they feel should only be accessed by people of legally responsible age. And the opposition have been asked to clarify on what they meant by social media enabling people to improve on their self-image and their personality. We'll have them respond to those questions now. Proposal number 3, you have 3 minutes.
My name is Mohammed Salim from the Ribe Boys High School. I actually need to tell my fellow who just asked me a question. You're asking about the things that which actually websites we should ban. We are not actually banning the websites. We are just citing the limitations. Please, before you ask a question, go through what is said. Actually, we have very many disadvantages, but I would like to say just 2. We have influential misinformation. Influential misinformation are influential, something that can influence or lure you into doing something. So, for example, we have music icons who pose a negative influence by praising drugs and sex. What picture are we trying to bring to those minors? Because most of us, I know we minors, we take some music icons to be our role models. Please think about that. The second is addiction. There is a very high addiction. Most students are addicted to social media. For example, we have the statistics. Twitter has 320 million users. Instagram has 400 million users. Google Plus has 300 million users. Pinterest has 100 million users. And most of them are teens. We have 25% of teens using the social media, actually. 52% of young people using social media. That is the age between 18 and below. 52%. Please look at that statistic. Okay. As I represent the Ribe Boys High School, I'm the Deputy President of Discipline. I hear of things like parents coming to school to complain about these students are addicted to the phone. All they do is eat, sleep, phone. Eat, sleep, phone. What will it help you with? Please, we should concentrate on our books. Okay. We have something to do about the cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a form of violence that does lasting harm to young people. This cyberbullying, it is online bullying. We're actually exposing our teenagers, actually our minors, to a lot of bullying. Can you please think of it? You're a parent, you have given your son a phone, and the son is online. Someone is actually depriving him of his rights. How will you feel? Thank you.
Pwani, you have 3 minutes to respond to the audience.
Social media should, let me answer your question first. How can we influence our confidence or our emotions? I think there you have asked so. We can influence how we can show our emotions, like how we show ourselves. There is Facebook or even WhatsApp. Some of us cannot talk face to face, so we use WhatsApp to chat, because some of us, they chat more, but their looks are not good. And also, in Facebook, some of us, they take the other people's faces, so the comments makes them to feel happy, and even also to know that they're loved in their country. And also, how their emotions. Some of us are shy, so it makes us to be more focused on chatting and even Facebook, like taking our looks and even writing, because some of us write a lot than even they talk less, but they write more. So I think it boosts the emotions. And let me classify by saying it's problem solving. Why? Because some of us, they cannot understand when they chase in class. So they use most of their time in websites, YouTube. They'll understand more because, they use like videos and even how they like videos mostly. So when they look at the video, they'll understand much better than when the teacher is there teaching. Thank you.
Okay, we'll hear final statements now. Proposition, you have a minute.
Thank you. Let me start by saying that I've just received a message in my Facebook account saying that, hello dear, nice to meet you. I'm Dr. Mary Farrell from the UK. I came across your profile online. I got interested to know you personally and I want to know you better. Please, for more discussions and communications, contact me via my private email, blah, 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 blah. So, Judge Nancy, Judge Maina, how will you feel if it were your child being contacted by a pedophile wanting to sexually abuse your child? Guys, let's not sit back and say that social media, we should not set limits. Opposers, give me the eyes to sit back. Give me the heart that I'm going to put in my body so that I may sit back and see the generation going to drain. Guys, social media has brought more harm than good. That's an agreement we have to agree on. Even though I'm on social media, I agree that it has brought more harm than good. We require an imminent change so that we may not leave the generation get into a loss. Thank you.
Opposition, you have 1 minute as well.
As I said once, and I'm going to repeat it again, only those who risk going far know how far one can go. And hereby I say to you, instead of limiting access to social media to the teens, we should allow them, but instead guide them too. For us to develop more and more, we have to show them the way, not deny them the way. And my fellow opposer said, even him, he's in social media. How do you expect me to tell me this thing is bad, whereas you are in there? That can't happen. Thank you.
Ribe boys, John, I think you are outstanding. In your team, it's very evident that you are sort of like the anchor because of what you're doing. Very confident, very good speaker, good submissions as well. Even the ending was very good. I like the example you come to read of some of the messages that are sent forth. That's a point for you as a great debater. Jonathan, first of all, the first thing that impresses me about you is that you have a very good voice. And the example you gave there was a very good citation. Good rebuttals as well. Mohammed Salim, very confident as well. Good tackling of questions and you're very coherent. All right? All you need to do now is just organize yourself so that there's a flow and we can tell that there's a mastery of what you're talking about. But in terms of role playing, you did well. The question on cyberbullying, I think that's what you should have dwelt on a lot because there's a lot of examples in the country where we have seen even young minors kill themselves. Some of them do atrocities because of such things. I mean, radicalization happening, all those things. So there were so many examples you should have given, apart from just the relationship ones and the likes and the pedophiles, but so many other vices that we have seen, even drugs and the likes because of such things. So I felt there was still lack of enough research on your end.
Pwani Secondary, you're also good speakers. However, Dorcas, again, we could see that you are struggling. Otherwise, you are a good speaker, very confident. Mosa, again, you didn't cross-examine well, but you are a good speaker, very powerful. Elvis, I did not understand the bit. I want to believe when you talked about boost emotion, maybe you meant express the emotion. They're able to express their emotion better when they're not being seen. For those who are shy, probably, because on WhatsApp, you're not seeing the face, so you can now speak what you want, you can speak out your heart. Otherwise, I think with good preparation, you do well. Thank you.
I'll begin with Ribe Secondary School. You were awarded 67%. Please give them a round of applause. Pwani Secondary School, you were awarded 56%, making Ribe boys our winner of the day.
Congratulations to the two teams on stage. We'd like to say a big thank you to our studio audience and our viewers back home. Thank you for watching. Please keep the conversation going on social media at Great Debaters EA. I have been your host, Austin Yombok.
I am Mariam Bishar. We'll catch you next time.
Just from the stage, we have Pwani Secondary and Ribe Boys. Quite a challenging debate it was. Let's hear from them how it was. Pwani?
Challenging,
Challenging.
interesting.
Your first time?
Yeah, our first time.
But you think you can do better next time?
Yeah, we can do better.
That's
we
good.
surely beat them.
I love your confidence. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ribe Boys.
The challenge was fascinating. We learned a lot, and we hope that we will meet another day for another debate.
Indeed. That's Ribe Boys. And with us at Great Debaters, see you next time.